On November 3, 1978, a college student in Champlain College, Lennoxville, in the eastern township of Quebec was found missing. Theresa Allore was 19 years old and has been a student of Champlain College for about 8 weeks when she disappeared. At the time of her disappearance, her hair was long and frizzy. She had recently gotten a perm, so reddish-brown with tight curls, as was the fashion at that time. She was wearing dark slacks, a t-shirt, and a long beige sweater almost like a coat. It was warm that Friday in the townships, and this accounts for the clothing she chose to wear for school that day. Her classes were in Lennoxville, but the student dorm where she lived was in the village of Compton at Kings Hall, approximately 10 kilometers south of the Champlain campus. About 200 students lived there. That Friday was a typical school day. She took a school bus into Lennoxville. She had classes in the morning. She saw friends at lunchtime in the school dining area. At lunch, she told friends she intended to return to Compton that evening and do some homework. Around 6 p.m., a friend on one of the buses returning to Compton saw Theresa standing on campus, so she missed that bus. The next bus would not arrive until about 11 p.m. That is the last sighting of Theresa Allore, around 6 p.m., Friday, November 3, 1978. Theresa wasn't noticed as missing until about the following midweek. She wasn't reported as missing until the following Friday, November 10th. The first articles to hit the newspapers didn't appear until 12 days later, on Tuesday, November 14th. Allore's body was found on the edge of the Coaticook River near Compton on April 13, 1979. Her remains were in poor shape. A muskrat trapper found Theresa in a small body of water on the edge of a cornfield about 2 kilometers between Compton and Compton Station, not far from her school dorm, at the base of a valley that runs between the two villages. Clothing was found by the side of the road near where her body was found. It was women's clothing, but not Theresa's. Early in the missing persons investigation, 2 hunters came forward to say they saw clothing in the woods near Memphremagog on the morning of Saturday, November 4th, 1978, dark pants and a t-shirt. Police went to the site the hunters described but never found the clothing. Theresa was lying face down in the water. The coroner who arrived on scene noted marks of strangulation on her neck. About a week after the body was recovered, Theresa's wallet was found at the side of the road about 16 kilometers away along Kemin McDonald. Kemin McDonald is a back entrance to the city of Sherbrooke and not far from Lennoxville. The wallet contained all of her papers and identification. There was no money in the wallet. At first, police called it a probable drug overdose. Later, a coroner ruled she had probably been strangled. Like and subscribe for Part 2.